Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing, spectacular Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda who loves to defend over the fatherland. Off here to a 1v1 on Bocage. In the north, it is JDSJDS fighting for the Red Army of the Soviet Union. Comrade Stalin here with the glorious 5th Mechanized Corps, tasked with shattering the German lines somewhere in the Ukraine. Here with airborne troops featuring the airdrop weapons, pair-drop heavy machine guns, airborne rally points, guards airborne, of course the rocket run, full air support here as the 5th Mechanized Corps runs through the German lines. In the south it is Expensive Runner, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Forming up here, the 1st Panzer Division tasked with launching a counterattack, stopping this assault for the 5th Mechanized Corps and saving the stability of the entire, well, not possibly the entire, but at least a part of the eastern front here. Going immediately for Jaeger Infantry with ambush training, Jaeger Light Infantry upgrades, Jaeger Command Squad, Light Artillery badges, and Stuart Close Air Support with Infantry Panterfaust. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my patrons and supporters. Without them, also not be able to keep doing this. A big thanks goes out to each single one of those. They are part of my company heroes. You too can join the ranks by pledging on Patreon. Also, of course, a big thanks to Fabian for donating and support the Propagandacast with his hard-earned money. Big thanks to you. Other people can join his heroic and spectacular example by donating themselves. Links in the description as well for that. Otherwise, comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button, do a little dance. But probably not do a dance. You can't watch the Propagandacast while dancing, now can you? Or can you? Anyways, gonna name you for there for Expensive Runner. There's a triple counter there from JDS. If Angry Dutchman is the angriest Dutchman, a raging volcano of anger and hatred, an Expensive Runner is a cool, calm lake in the middle of a gentle forest. And you're focusing up to deal with engineers here as they move out in the eastern side. Pioneers begin spotting for the MB-42 crew there. Though technically, a heavy machine gun team really wouldn't need anyone to spot for it, in part because it actually had a scope for it, or a scope on it. It actually gave it about 2 kilometers of active range. Fun fact. Okay, this is the country in the centre, moving up there for JDSJDS. Obviously, that wouldn't be balanced, but you know, just saying. They're getting some damage in. Gunnisman support here. 3rd Gunnisman squad there for Expensive Runner. 4th Cotton squad there for JDS. I'm just going to take advantage of the airdrop weapons to get as many as I can here versus Expensive Runner. Pioneers from the eastern side looking to outmaneuver his opponent. Guineas falling back. West side there we got JDS from up as well. There no sandbags here. 3rd Grenadier Squad almost done here for Expensive Runner and the 1st Panzer Division. One of the initial elite divisions of the German army. In fact, at the start of the war, it had a full, I think, battalion of armoured Panzer Grenadiers, which was surprisingly rare back then. They came out of Hector 2. Because back then, most armoured divisions would actually manage, or Panzer division would actually been a company worth of armoured half-track. So, little fun fact there. There you go. Flameforce ready. We've got the Expensive Runner hiding about there. I think looking to sneak up his opponent. Grenadiers was a crunch from the centre here. A lot of action across the entire frontage here between Expensive Runner and JDS. And there you go. Machine caught off guard as JDS there completely up, not completely setting up maneuvers. And Pioneers trying to catch JDS off guard, but instead gets taken for a ride. Grenadiers are the one crunch in the centre. Up north here, skirmishing continues. There's just a lot of action across the map here. Both sides are looking to do the most. And there you go, MB-42 capturing the country here, flying away there through the window. Country there holding up behind the heavy coat. Generously provided by Expensive Runner and the German army, though. That lasts for only so long. I imagine we're seeing taken off here soon for Expensive Runner. Yes, indeed. As for JDS, nothing further going on there. I imagine some medics on the way. Yes, indeed. Grenadiers versus the Engineers. Engineers burning away there. The Grenadiers out in the open. Like to make a nice company immediately here for Expensive Runner. Thumbs up. Come and give me an armoured car. I mean, technically a half-track would also be pretty good. Oh, double rifle grenade. First shot there. Almost takes out the Engineer. Second rifle grenade goes a bit above the target. Constant push back. West side, we got Constant moving up there. Grenadiers falling back. Low in health, but Expensive Runner looks like he's going to try and push his luck. And there you go. Like to make a nice company. Ready here for Expensive Runner and Deutschland. We got the first airdrop weapons here for JDS. Providing valuable weaponry here, of course, for the Red Army. Look at this, Dimitri. I have a slightly better rifle. Oh, shut up. Gonna use the conscripts. Bit of skirmishing there. Gonna use right about the conscripts there. The Frontovics. Gonna use retreating there as well, very obviously. No armoured car yet, since these are a bit short on fuel here versus JDS. He could, of course, go for a Panther squad, but he's moments away from the Jaeger Command squad, so I think he's more likely to push for that one, since, you know, 5-man Grenadier squad with 3 G43s is Anthony and Manpower's a bit hard to ignore. It's a bit hard to ignore. Obviously, it would be best if we get more than one of them, but you know, just one, it's fine. They're really good, obviously. Spark while in the sandbags, then laying down their own sandbags. Continues moving in and routing them. That was very quick. Moving up for the car, pulling out the machine gun as the hedges there are, of course, tactically positioned to be an absolute bastard. And sadly, Expense Runner has no way of easily clearing out those hedges there, no explosives or anything like that, or really, really large head tremors. Jaeger Command Squad is engaging here, we're using any G for defeat, though for Expense Runner. Another big one there, got another off here, there you go. A significant explosion there lands in the midst of the conscripts, tearing up the guts of Yuri, Petrov, and Dyatlov. Back here we do get the armoured car on the way there for Expensive Runner and the 1st Panzer Division as JDS keeps up pressure, looking to further deny the Germans their precious fuel supplies. Excellent play there by JDS, of course. Excellent play. And certainly also feel like punishes Expensive Runner here for being a bit too passive with his MD-42. Something you do want to be a bit careful about. Counter right over the Grenadiers. Coming up, there's Grenadiers in the centre. Heavy damage being inflicted. Sandbags there, constant falling back. Constant moving forwards here for JDS, going for that northern victory point. We got 383 to 500 so far. JDS already has a strong lead over Expense Runner. Jaeger Command going there with the Gewehr 43. And of course, their experience, and most importantly, their faith in Das Vaterland. Bang, I believe, going up in the base here for Expensive Runner. No upgrades yet for the Grenadiers. We'll have to see if it goes. Will it be light machines? Will it be the G43s? Will it be a mix of the two? Meanwhile, Eastern Victory Bomb being seized up here in the base of the Red Army. We've got the tank mount going up there for JDS. More weapons being airdropped there to supply his beleaguered infantry with more firepower, which to resist the forces of fascism. Back here, bunker up. Medics on the way there for Expensive Runner and the 1st Panzer Division. Armored car behind the conscripts behind the heavy car position. They're not doing a lot of damage. East side here we got Grenadiers sneaking about there. Could push for there. Still no upgrades for the Grenadier. Western point secured. There we go. Medics at the ready. And there you go. T-70. Soon be ready here for JDS. That'll definitely require either additional armored cars for Expensive Runner, but more likely the Pack 40 will be the choice. Which of course is quite sensible. But technically, double, even triple armored cars can do the trick as well, but it also requires a lot more management, requires more fuel, and typically you, as the Wehrmacht, you want to hit that support core in tier 3 fast, so you typically only go for like one light vehicle. It's being pushed back by the conscripts. He's almost down there for JDS and the glorious Red Army. Grenadiers coming through the centre here. Oh, we do get some G for the fuse actually. Expensive Runner, 2 thumbs up. Been a look upgrade for the Grenadiers. I know it's getting buffed like even before the buff. I do think it's actually fairly good, but you know, it tends to get overlooked because you know it's not amazingly good. Which times I think slightly hints at a slight flaw in most people's or player psychology, which is if something's not the best, then it's terrible. Like, it's a bit of a weird quirk there. But anyways, continues moving forward. Grenadiers holding up there, no upgrades yet. Continuing forward, we've got the Chiefs rushing in as well there for JDS. Pack 40 almost down there for Expensive Runner. Chiefs engaging the Grenadiers. Going to Panther fast here. Good shot there. Damaging danger, slow things down. Pack 40 ready there for Expensive Runner. Troops enforcing healing. Armored car engaging the T-70. Then just holding up, grabbing the northern point there. Flare mines could be an option, so we got sandbags there from JDS. Not that I fault him for that one. We'll have to see what JDS does next. I mean, he could theoretically try and push a second T-70 out now versus Expensive Runner. I mean, he does have that slight fuel lead, so theoretically double T-70 right now could be really powerful. Option number 2 could be going for an anti-aircraft tower attack, and of course, option 3 is just rushing ahead. There's also option 4, which is going for the Asian 6M, but I don't think the current situation really warrants that. But, you know, it's an option, it's an option. if he wanted to. But I think either T7 and anti-aircraft type tech right now could be an option to like exploit more pressure now versus Expensive Runner. But again, just trying to go for medium armor is also very, very solid. Meanwhile, Expensive Runner going for another MG42 there. Very good. They brings up more firepower. That way makes it harder for JDS users infantry. But also crucially, of course, by using more machine guns, engagement also become more manpower friendly for Expensive Runner. That way, decreasing the amount of bleed he suffers, allowing him to like push around more easily. So, very good there for Expensive Runner. Very good. A good old thumbs up here from the Propaganda Ministry, where we do believe in the power of the MG42. Second report to their course almost done. No ambush camouflage, and again, while he is going for 2, I'm not a fan of the way he utilizes this one, by the way. This is, to me, much too passive, which is typically not what I find to be recommendable as a Wehrmacht player, but that's just me anyways. Then he's bring forwards here. 2 squads upgraded with the G4 field. Obviously, goes for the third one there. We'll go for the light machine and maybe mix a bit here. But there you go, cancelling a lot of damage here from the Grenadiers. They give Air Field Seek, of course, having quite an impact here on his S-2040 wielding conscripts, his Frontovics. T7 blasting with his 4th family gun. The Grenadiers here come out on the opening, taking damage. Armored Color can block a bit there. And he's definitely aiming for a wipe here on the retreating units if possible. The right grenade off as well here. He's going for the attempt. Oh, that was a hell of a whiff there. Shoot, Friedrich! Shoot the rifle grenade! Not at the fence, you Dummkopf! Why would you shoot at the fence? Squirrels! Squirrels! Oh god, nabbit! Another one's been broken by the squirrels. Send him to the insane asylum. Oh, that's really rubbish there for JDS. One of his chaps got stuck.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Had too much pierogies before the fight. Anyways, air machine being airdropped here for JDS. Expensive Runner could try and take up now himself. Push for that Suprema Corps. Panzerunterstützungskorps. MD42 fighting to the rear of the T7 light tank. Not really doing a lot there. Second MD42 there, up reinforced. No ambush camouflage yet, but would benefit a lot from. In fact, the Grenadiers also would. Well, it's not something considered a lot of, but the ambush camouflage bonus also works quite nice with the Grenadiers. In fact, just any upgrade in the Grenadiers and the ambush camouflage works quite well. So I can generally recommend it in a lot of cases. Unless you're going for a lot of not upgraded Grenadiers, in which case, why would you do that? I'm counting getting the conscripts. Tech halfway done there for Expensive Runner. Nothing yet out of JDS and the Red Army. So we got a mix of G43 and light machine guns, provides a bit of different weapon profiles. These can basically be used to support the attacking G43 wielding troops, which is not bad. Not bad at all. Of course, also a bit more defensive purpose. Yeah, Command got on fire here. We've got the T7 moving in. Morgan is pushing forward, backed up with the MG42. Thumbs up. You can see here that JDS realised the position quickly being compromised under intense firepower from the German army. Armored Commando knocked out with the T7 field gun combo. Definitely punished him there for assuming it was a tank, or at least pretending it was a tank, and then of course getting punished for that. Up north, he on his right, he almost wiped out with the conscripts of the Disc machine gun. Close call there for Expensive Runner in the German army. Meanwhile, here the Grenadiers and Pioneers pushing forwards. Might was out for Expensive Runner. Thumbs up in case JDS has been mining, which I don't think he has though. Bit of nose, to be honest. Another weapon drop there for JDS. Of course, Expensive Runner could also benefit from some mines, but he's obviously been using a lot more munitions on things like rifle grenades, so less munitions for other things. Pack shoots to the T-70, I think. Did it hit or did it? No, I think did. Oh, got the crew though with that shot. That is really lucky there for JDS, and some absolute rubbish luck there for Expensive Runner. Running in there, it's going to Panther Fast dominate for the T-70 to finish off of the pack 4. There we go. Got it! Wow. That was a fairly mixed situation there. But a good kill there for Expensive Runner. Good kill. As for JDS, need to take up their thing. As for Expensive Runner, Suprema Corps would be great. He's going for tier 4 though. Oh boy. That's ambitious. That is ambitious. Always something I'm never a big fan of personally. But then again, this is Expensive Runner. He is a significantly better player than me. So if anyone could make it work, it may just be Expensive Runner. Constant Pioneers on all clashing out. Jaeger Command squad there with 6 kills, 22, 20 kills in the other squad here. Field bombardment machine in position. Obviously, a mortar could also be an idea to invest in it for JDS, and they're going to be called wiped out, executed. No survivors. Building's about to collapse, but the field bombardment does seem to have been a bit of a dud one. Engineers routed. Back here, T is almost down there for expansion run. But actually goes for first, though. Most typically, if you're rushing for something, most players would go for the Stormpanzer Fear. And certainly, JDS not looking like he's having any armor time ready soon. You know, Stormpanzer could work out. Of course, in most cases, you typically want to have something that can deal with enemy tanks. You go for it. So, you know, Panther would make more sense, but Stormpanzer, I guess, isn't a half bad choice. We shall see, though. But we shall see. Gun its machine moving towards the center. No ambush camouflage there. Still, feel like he'd benefit a lot from it. Yeah, commands could try and stick close to the fence there. I think he's trying to set up for an ambush. That does roughing it off. Oh, that machine was actually bunched up and close call there, but not close enough there for I imagine expansion runner's liking. Pioneers falling back. Got the western point there secured. We got 227 to 455. I mean, a significant lead for JDS here. Expansion runner, a significant lead that shall not be forgotten anytime soon. Mechanized Armor Company almost done there for JDS. Very good. Could have that soon. In fact, could have T-34 some 6 out by now. So, you know, not great timing there for JDS. Not great timing. In particular for the Sods, aggressive timings tend to be very crucial. A bit like timings again for the Valmont in terms of armor is also important. So, you know, definitely some room for improvement there. But there you go. Heavy Panzer Corps up for expensive runner. This is also typically why I'm not a huge fan of the Heavy Panzer Corps, because its timings just typically tend to be very rubbish, in my opinion. Even like you somehow manage to like rush it out ahead of time, the timing still involved, which is kind of rubbish. Anyways, T-34 known for JDS and the glorious Red Army. Northern Field being cut off here by expansion runner. Excellent. Union's field gun, heavy machine gun, 40 field gun's a bit more busy in the centre. Might want to consider more machine guns or another field gun. And of course, a mortar I still think would be a great investment here for JDS versus expansion runner. And these are catching the conscripts. Rifle gun here could be something to consider. Machine gun on the flank quickly routes them. Very good. Still got the one they're just doing very little. But again, it's not being punished by, say, a mortar here from JDS. Gun is routed. Stormpanzer Fear this little running here for expansion runner. They were normally organised as known as Stormpanzer Abteilung, so assault tank battalions or detachments. There was only, I think, 3 about them. There was a smaller few set of companies that acted independently. They were basically meant for like blasting in like, you know, fortified positions, in particular in urban areas. They were basically responsible for what happened in Stalingrad. We had to improvise something that actually looked very similar to the Stormpanzer Fear. It was based off the Stu 3. It was called known as the Stu 33 IB, and used a schwere Infanteriegeschütz. So, little fun fact there, but that was sort of, shall I say, a more formal version of it. Always feels a bit awkward this one is not, say, doctrine unit, because, you know, I always feel like, you know, these shows say, you know, like core level assets or army level assets, you know, they just get attached wherever needed. Shouldn't really be like part of the core faction. But that's just me. That is just me. So that's why I've never been a fan of that either, of the Stormpanzer in that sense. It feels wrong to me from an organisational perspective. Stormpanzer Fear 40 for expansion runner. I mean, they could also just go for something like, you know, the Grille instead. Less armoured, but, you know, roughly same purpose. Probably also been easy to balance. Come to the routed. Directed here by the field gun. Ooh, almost got a wipe there, almost got a wipe. Damage in the Stormpanzer Fear. T-34 could rush forward, but it's occupied in the centre. We do have a Pack 40 supporting it, so that's something there for expansion run, and at least ensures it doesn't get completely blown out. We do have a second Pack 40 ready, so he is very much pointedly aware of the possibility of getting rushed by tanks there. Need to fix up the Stormpanzer Fear swiftly. Troops enforcing, very good, very good. Jaeger's holding up there. We do actually have a mortar now for JDS, by the way. Thumbs up there. Particularly remember to use the smoke barrage. Also, That could definitely affect some portion attacks and also minimize some of the stuff here that the Expansion Runner can do to him. Another hit in the Stormpanzer there from the field gun. 8 kills on it. Slowly approaching Veterans U1. Slowly but steadily. Stormpanzer running forward, see shot, whistles right past there, going gate and machine crew there. Blows apart Dimitri. Never to be seen again. Here come out to Bingham. There go. Pack 4 Lance Grain and the T-Fed Force from 6 as JDS launches an assault here very slowly but still determined to push through. Meanwhile, Expansion Runner just launches counterattack after counterattack, just punishing and almost taunting here. Poor JDS with the Stormpanzer fear. Yeah, it would be a shame if your men wouldn't stop exploding, yeah? Shut up, fascist. It's not their fault they explode. We're working on making them non-explodable, and then we'll show you. Enemies pioneers away there for Expansion Runner. Another shot fired there. This time, no exploding Soviet infantrymen. That can still happen rapidly. No pin machine, there's been no shot there by Neglis. Another shot, there we go. Half the squad just turned into fine pulp. North side actually seen very little action. I definitely have no side, I think, by both Expansion Runner and JDS. That could easily be something that could be exploited there. So, you know, that could be improved there. Stormpanzer need repairs. Taking heavy damage there. Taking heavy damage. Also, fun fact about the Stormpanzer fear. Its shots actually packed more high explosives than the ISU 152, which technically means it could actually also knock out tanks just the sheer high explosive force, since the ISU 152 would actually do that as well. So yeah, little fun note there. Obviously less range in this one, so not quite as suited for unless it caught like close range into their city. In which case I imagine the last thing that crew's going to ever say is Sikabliat. But there you go, Veterans 1 opening up here for the bunker busting barrage. The BBB.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Comes without in the Grenadiers. Successful small arms action there. Grenadiers went at the centre, taking 5 from the conscripts. We got 14 kills on those chaps. Yeah, Command Squad support got 18 kills. Stormpanzer moving forwards. Guess we're going to see maybe a bunker busting barrage here versus JDS. No. Just a regular Ivan busting barrage. Would that be a Boris busting barrage? Probably that. T-Fed for the damaged engine. We'll have to see what JDS is going for next, but he's definitely some manpower bleeding. The assault crews not bring in more armor despite having more fuel. I definitely think like more armor, some tank source right now would be a great investment for JDS versus Expansion Runner. There you go, field crew caught in a deadly position as your Stormpanzer there lands a great hit, almost taking out the entire crew. There you go, the Boris busting barrage off there. But in this case, they're a bit of a whiff. Instead, only killing a few squirrels. But maybe those squirrels were named Boris too. H-35 tanks are there for JDS. Ooh, flare. Thumbs up. Very handy reconnaissance ability for sure. Stormpanzer going forwards. Good hit there. Killed some poor sod. Half 8 of 82 on that Stormpanzer already, at which point it gets the Schutzen. Still no pin machine, I feel like that's a tiny oversight. Personally, we do get a largely about here on the mortar. Alongside the Stormpanzer, he really wants that dead for obvious reasons. We got 214 with a finish 65. Those countries need to be careful there. We've got another Boris Buster shot there. And then go H-35 tanks are out there for JDS. Shot whiff there. We'll have to see what Expansion Runner goes for next. Panther, maybe? But there you go, H-35 tanks are ready for the glory of the Red Army.
The sector is at risk.
Panzerwehr for Expansion Runner. I guess. Feels a bit much in top of the Stormpanzer. But that is just me. Keep it roaming about. JDS still needs to bring in more tanks here. He could also consider Katyusha, but I think more armor right now is doing better. And there you go, machine quality with the Stormpanzer. good hit. The 22 kills. Very, very close to 52 now. He's caught by the conscripts. A lot of fire there. We go. SC-40 tank. And there you go. Boris busting barrage off there. Several casualties inflicted. We do get eventually 2 level Stormpanzer. Found that's a great hit there on the Stormpanzer. Another shot there. We got a rocket strafe inbound here. Can it hit? No. Nope. Rockets narrowly missed the target as Expense Runner quickly swings through a nearby stream, saving it. Thumbs up there to Expense Runner. Quick thinking. Can do a lot of good for you. MD4 to the conscripts. Just fire holding back. Up here, troops reinforcing healing for JDS. T-Fed following up here in the north. Damage engine. Panzer F at the ready. And he's engaging the conscripts. We've got 14 kills on those gentlemen. Field in there being caught near by the grenadiers. Mortar fire raining down there from the mortar. JDS still needs more armor, and he definitely needs to find out some other tactics here as Expense Runner. Of course, currently he just keeps shouting straight at Expense Runner's guns, in particular the Stormpanzer. It's not something you want to be attacking into with your infantry, yet JDS kind of finds himself doing that. Don't know worry, comrades. Its bulk is much worse than its bite. Really? It's firing high explosive shells like 150 millimeters. How's that worse? Firecrackers. I'm fairly certain that much of New Year's ammunition explosive thingies would still be quite deadly. Shut up. Just do it. I should have listened to my mother and joined the Navy. T-Fed rolling up here. H5 setting up there for Mr. JDS. T-Fed getting the gun there. Sandbags up in the center from Expense Runner. Very good. Pack 4 gets good in the T-Fed. Force some more flares again. I'm not entirely sure why I insist on these head-on attacks without a smoke screen, which he can provide with a mortar. It feels a bit awfully optimistic in the sense he's really hoping Expense Runner, does something really bad in response to the head-on attack, and so allows JDS to do a lot of damage, which is typically not the finest plan. And his Radom saying about the conscripts. Gonna use wipe, good kill there. We do actually get a bit more pressure on the flank here now. Thumbs up the GDS. This is good. This is more likely to be supposed to be seeing. And now we can see suddenly Expense Runner's front line is being slowly unraveled like your grandmother's poorly knit sweater. Comes the almost wiped out. There you go. Hell of a Panzer barrage. Really just tears through JDS infantry push here. Almost entirely gutting the assault facilities. But the T-Fed 4 and the H5 looking to finish off that Stormpanzer. You can actually take out the Panzer as well if you wanted to. Oh, missed the opportunity, I think. Missed the opportunity. He does get the Stormpanzer, but I think he missed him to take out the Panzer that's going to hurt him. We've got another Stormpanzer here for Expense Runner. JDS really needs to bring in more armor. I'm getting surprised we didn't see more tanks by now. At least CoH2, I think that also more impact. Like, say, 2 T-34s would have been much tougher for Expense Runner to deal with, in particular support for the smoke grenade shell there, or 2 from the mortar. So, I definitely feel like there's definitely some room for improvement here for JDS in his attacks. They're definitely a bit lacking. But there you go. Fieldman behind the machine gun, they're looking to finally snuff it out. The Expense Runner still refuses to get out of the building and finally pays the price. Well, the machine gun crew does. Expense Runner doesn't.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Pioneers advancing in the center. Stormpanzer, they need repairs. You got 200 to 3 and 17. Pack there cleared out as well. T-Fed 4 halfway done. Stormpanzer almost down there for Expense Runner and the German army. And there you go. Stormpanzer 4 gefechtsbereit. Pioneers holding out. T-Fed 4 almost down there for Mr. JDS almost done. Gunny's being suppressed with a disc machine gun, but falls back. Hauling forward to this mighty lumbering assault panzer, or Stormpanzer. Bit of quiet here as we can see the expansion runner slowly moving up, but still not really a lot of action on the left flank. I definitely feel like that's a mistake the expansion runner up to like exploit that one. Suddenly JDS could be doing more there, so definitely both players here getting a bit about half a thumbs down here, sort of wobbling down there towards down, but not quite fully down, by not doing more in the north. Definitely a bit of nose out there, say, by both players. Another Panzerwerfer barrel here for expansion runners. Panzerwerfer. Rocket scream through the skies. Mortar crew there. Decimated. Most of the crew dead. Multitude mostly intact. Fielding push back the Stormpanzer. If I shoot bounces off the Stormpanzer's armor. JDS really needs to start just churning out those T-34s and 6s. Like, he's easily got the fuel for like 2 more. And manpower wise, it's not far off either. Like, I'm definitely surprised that JDS is just not like, churning them out like, he's the great Magnitogorsk T-34 work number 5. Finish with the T-34 here. T-34 being pushed back by the packs though. Another machine gun there for expensive runner. JDS again just needs to start pumping out those T-34. Going for the Katyusha, not bad. Oh, there we go, another T-34. Again, I wouldn't say the Katyusha is bad, but I don't think it's entirely what he needs. He needs something with more immediate exploitation and breakthrough elements than the Katyusha. But again, north side, I'd really love to see more action for both players. It's like they just have their mini-maps just for some reason. They both, I don't know, somehow managed to like smear chocolate over it because they're really messy eaters of chocolate bars or something. Like, incredibly messy, and I really don't get how they then just not get that massive smudge of chocolate over that part of the screen, but somehow they did it, and they did it both at the same time. I mean, I'll explain that, use that as the current canonical explanation as to why they both forgot the north. It's just chocolate. Anyways, machine gun him as the Grenadiers there. Pack 45 away there. Control suppressed. Another T-34 got a Panther barrage off again here from expense runners. Panzerwerfer, they're machine crew this time being the one on the receiving end of a devastating barrage straight out of hell. Still punching it from the H-35. Air support called in here by expense runner on the H-35. Need to get that one there fast. Need to stop the focus sight. There we go. Luftwaffe striking down there. Most of the shots hit the ground. T-34 takes a bit of the shots there from the Kanonenvogel. Troop reinforcing healing. Then it's being hammered here by the mighty T-34, and a full wipe there. Expansion runners actually down to just 2 infantry squads. This is something that JDS could exploit, but again, seemingly... do I say something could be looking at exploitation move here on the northern side of expansion runner's flank, which of course means the centre, since again, chocolate smudge. Got the pack crew cleared out to destroy it. We do have a Panther on the way of expansion runner. We do have a Panzerkampfwagen Fünf. Pack destroyed, definitely lost here for him. He was on 1 pack 40 to look against all the Soviet army right now on expansion runners like JDS command, but again, if he'd just been churning up more T-34s, I think expansion runner right now would be in a lot more trouble. But again, thankfully for expansion runner, JDS just hasn't been, particularly like listening in the Soviet tank class very much. Not that Soviet tank class is a really long class or difficult class, it's just, like, 30-minute session, just, get a lot of T-34s and, run over them. Very easy to get credited too. T-34 pushed back by the Pack 40. Company 40 being suppressed. Standing right on top of the telemine. Panzer barrage off. Oh, got him, Himmel! Oh, so close! So close! Imagine if the rocket's been hitting there, they're just on top of the middle of it. They just full 3 squads wiped out their thing. That would have been glorious. That would have been GG on the spot, but what a GG it would have been. Sometimes you're so close to greatness, yet it slips through your fingers like fine sand. In the case of expensive runner and JDS, that chocolate bar pound just flies over to the screen. They really need to clean up the screen though. That's disgusting. Panther 40 getting the T-34 from 6 there. field gun then being hammered by the Stormpanzer. HV lands got hit by a hit from the pack forward to gain 22. Could try target weak point here. Panther moving forward to the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Panzerkampfwagen 5. Need to fix up the T-34 from 6. Can't around the point here. Bit quiet here. Bit quiet. Machine gun complement center. Got a flare off here from JDS as he wants to try to out how the expensive runner's position. Maybe set up for the perfect push, the perfect breakthrough. Another Panther barrage here. This expensive runner's once more looking to just completely crumble JDS here like a wet paper bag in a wind tunnel. Going to use the count on the centre victory point. We got 165 to 172. Stormpanzer there blasting. We got 3 kills on that into 1. Not quite having the success of its predecessor. But at least it's alive. Unlike its predecessor. We should have the close victory fleet. T-5 is the gun to use here. Gonna get Panther fast. It could allow for the Panther to win and finish it off here. And it looks like the expensive runner has exactly that thought. Or not. Or not. Keep him caught with the Panther. Panther goes. You can call in artillery and just flank the field gun with the Panther. He does call in the artillery, doesn't flank though. I guess he's a bit concerned what could be behind the field gun, which you can't fault him for. But I know it seems a bit pointless then to just call in the artillery since he just allows the field gun to shoot them away. So that's just, 100 munitions down the toilet. You got 156 of 272. Troops reinforcing there, or at least they are reinforced, they're healed. In fact, they're fully ready. You just need the orders. Another flare here from JDS. But no smoke. Never any smoke here from JDS. Stormpanzer caught with the T-34 from 6, who's coming forwards. Another Panther barrage here. Minor casualties like that. Still got better here on it. Nice hit on the E-5 tank, so it's going to send for the conscripts. We get a Panther fast here. We do not. T-5 BH with the Panther and the Stormpanzer pack as well. They almost got the T-34 there. Looking a bit rough here. And there you go. Panther fast off there. Can pop a smoke grenade here. Or just retreat. Stormpanzer pushing forward. Station 5 could. Well, field could clear up. Panther moving up to support here. Shot bounces. Field and crews also bounce as they explode. And there you go, Panther flanking the H-5 here. T-5 wing and flanking behind the Panther. There you go, film crew down. H-5 crew dead, but the H-5 still kind of intact. And there you go, rocket straight pulled in here. And he actually hits his own tanks. If only there's friendly fire on those rocket runs, there isn't. Still, one T-54 down, only one left. We still got the H-5 that should be cleared out. T-Consuming in there. H-5 crewed up, but with a heavily damaged engine, that's not going to turn around to deal with a Panther at all. Like, the only way that happens is if the runner falls asleep or something. And there you go. H-5 down with that. JDS surrenders. Loss here for the Red Army. A victory for Deutschland. Certainly the intent to fight here. I feel like this match could perhaps have been a bit over fast. We've gone for like Support McCraw, though he still kind of made it work. That said, I feel like JDS in this regard failed to punish it by like just pushing for more tanks faster. But also, both sides, need to focus more on the north or, clean up the computer screen of all that bloody chocolate. So there you go. Hope you got this match. I've learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell your friends, tell your family, but don't tell it enemies. Otherwise, this is Imperial signing off, and see you all tomorrow for a nice episode. Bye.